you looking at? Strike the pose. Strike the pose. Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike the pose, there's nothing to it. Move to the music. Go with the flow. You got to let your body move to the music. You got to just let your body go with the flow. You got to just go.
Finally, we're going to see some play here at 5:38 London time.
And we're happy to have you with us. We are live with you in the Eastern time zone. And everyone anticipating this match so eagerly, and also just that keep glancing above to hope that the skies will cooperate. And these are the moments that you so appreciate this championship. How quiet it is. None of the accessories that we've been fed in American sport on center court.
The sets, Venus Williams to
Just
serve.
the spectators and their applause.
Ready,
It's
play.
about to get a lot noisier.
The upset there was that first point. No noise whatsoever.
15 love.
And Venus winning a point on her second serve.
Perhaps Maria has been reading some of the newspapers. The gruntometer has been a big phenomenon here during the fortnight.
Should very quickly explain to people that it's not the All England Club who established the gruntometer. No noise at all. I got to assume that's going to change because when Maria Sharapova was playing Serena Williams in the Australian Open,
30-15.
at the time, at certain times in the match, she stopped making noise and she lost. She started losing those points. It was very odd.
Is it nerves?
I'm not sure.
Well, it shows you they don't have to do it. I mean, this is right there. I mean, we don't need to speculate on that any further.
Do you think perhaps they've been spoken to?
There's definitely been something been said. Now, it might have been Maria's dad, Yuri, saying, look, you could win without doing this.
I cannot imagine him telling her to change one thing.
Well,
But you could be right.
I would guess that he's about the only person she would listen to.
30-14.
And I'm not, I don't know for sure if that happened, but it's quiet there this first game. Maria's got this break point.
Deuce.
expect, since there's been a lot of rain today, the ball will be skidding on this surface, as it did on that shot.
Venus Williams, of the 4 ladies in the semifinals, has the highest first serve percentage.
Well, she's clearly decided, Ted, in this tournament to take a little bit off that first serve and get the percentage higher. I think it's serving her well.
And the evidence in that is that with the highest first serve percentage, she has the fewest aces of the 4 semifinalists.
And when she dominated, when Venus Williams dominated women's tennis in 2000 and 2001, she regularly served in the 120s. You could see that one. Last one was 114. She does not want to have to use her second serve. It's the most attackable part of her game.
Ooh, that skips off Sharapova's racket, and Venus Williams saves 2 break points.
First game.
You know, it didn't end here last year for Maria Sharapova, her Remax season record. How well she's played, only 6 losses.
Well, she had 3 match points against Serena Williams in the semis of the Australian Open. Lost that one, then immediately went to Tokyo and started playing all these other events. And she won Tokyo, that was the next tournament she played after that devastating loss
Maria Sharapova to serve.
in the season's first major.
So the semis for Sharapova at the Australian Open, and the quarters at Roland Garros, where she lost to Justine Anna Nardin.
It appeared to be well in, a good overall by
Clearly inside the line.
Allison Lang, apparently called out.
Love 15.
Yeah, there was no question about that. Maria perhaps requested that they play the point over, but Lang, in her judgment, felt that it was an outright winner, which I think was the right call. Venus has purpose and intensity early in this match. She's hitting the ball rather cleanly.
Love 13.
That was like my old man at the Douglason Club, man. Switching hands.
Love 14.
Admittedly, he didn't move quite that well. Sharapova got the ball back. Venus, excellent game here so far. 3 break point chances.
Has only been broken once in the entire tournament, about to be broken right away here.
And that's Venus looking. Just a quick glance at Allison Lang, and then walks to the next court.
Well, it was a bit of a delayed call, which is rather annoying for Venus, but you could see in that replay the ball was wide. Not by a lot, though. It hasn't taken these too long to warm up.
Their voices even.
It lasted a game.
One game.
Just to show they could do it.
Brief, moment of silence. Now we're in the match.
Sharapova Using that strong serve, saves 3 break points.
Advantage, Miss Sharapova.
Sharapova has shown that she can play some pretty good defense early in this match. It looked like Williams is going to get the early break.
Deuce.
These two are both so dialed in so early, huh? Considering that they're playing a lot earlier than they expected that they would after a very long rain delay. They are both dialed in big time. It's impressive to see.
Second match scheduled, so they knew it would be somewhere in the neighborhood of perhaps 3 o'clock. The rain put that back, and I'm sure at some point Alan Mills and the Wimbledon committee said we may be shifting one of the matches to court 1. This wasn't sprung on them a couple minutes ago.
Game.
Two huge holes.
Whew. Boy, what a way to start. Venus saved 2, Sharapova saved 3.
1 game all per set.
Sharapova a little bit like Roger Federer. She can be missing first serves and
Next,
still
first serve.
dominate even when she has to put in a second serve. I judge that we might see some double faulting from Venus Williams only because she knows how good her second serve must be against the Sharapova return. There's another lefty shot. It's an amazing thing. In fact, Sharapova had to decide early on. She was equally fluent on her left side and her right. Early on, she had to decide whether she was going to be a lefty or a righty. Watch this.
Well, she kicks left-handed, she throws left-handed to this day, and she used to right left-handed.
30 love.
Another similarity to Nadal, who was right-handed, and they decided to teach him to play lefty, which is one reason why they said that he's struggled a little bit with his serve to try and that fluid motion. Players are bigger, stronger, more equipped. Now they're ambidextrous, and this is crazy.
Well, Venus with her first ace.
40 love. Next for serve.
And a hold for Venus. So we begin this semifinal on on serve. Lindsay Davenport's mother is here. You see back to 2004 ladies final. And the one thing that stands out so much in this match was how constantly deep Maria Sharapova hit the ball and kept Serena Williams back.
Maria winning her first major at age 17. Serena trying to win her third in a row, which is just what Roger Federer is trying to do.
She does have that tendency, Mary, to pull away from the forehand. It's as if she's moving back to the court before she finishes her shot. She's got to get away from doing that.
So Baum has made it.
Looked like it was going out, a complete miss hit. Dropped right on the back of the line.
Net, first serve. Thirty 15.
Such tall ladies, these two can get down so low to the ball. It's very impressive. And they're going to need to do that. Because again, the court has got to be just a little bit damp. It's going to skid more than it has during the first 10 days.
These two are going to be getting back shots that their opponents are not used to having to see. They can both defend and make these kind of actions, these very physical plays, and stay in the rallies. Might have to hit a couple of winners in one rally just to take the point.
Well, it is 2-all. Second service games for each player, a little easier. Log on to wimbledon.msnbc.com. You'll get live scoring by British Airways and Bud Collins' prediction on the winners in tomorrow's men's semis, all at wimbledon.msnbc.com.
Love 15.
Not a lot on that Williams shot, which allowed Sharapova to attack the net, put away an easy volley. Venus doesn't really have a slice in her repertoire, which would be, to me, an effective weapon to try against Sharapova. That slice is short, sort of place in the court perhaps would make her indecisive. Rarely do I see Venus, slice that one-handed backhand with much on it. Be a good shot for her to add to her repertoire.
Easily done?
Well, it's going to require time and effort. Not easily, no, but certainly doable. I remember Mats Wilander learned how to hit a good one-handed slice by hitting a two-handed player. And a shot he used quite effectively in helping him win 3 out of 4 majors in '88.
30-15.
That's going to work. Tough to break. They serve like that.
This is something, because if you serve that well, you don't expect to have to hit a great second shot.
40-15.
And these two are making each other play that way. You know, you think you give yourself a little, you're going to get a loose reply, something to work with.
There was a point like last year where Sharapova hit so deep and kept Venus
40-30.
so far behind the baseline.
That's a shot for a girl as tall as she is, Sharapova, that she got down so well for. And she used her legs effectively in that backhand.
Venus is, for that great serving effort she's had, she's checked her toss a couple of times in this game, and she's missed some first serves. She was a little lucky to get out of that one. That's a good effort.
And it keeps us on serve in the first set. 6 p.m. in London. We're live with you in the Eastern Time Zone. Royalty on hand, tennis royalty on hand again.
No kidding. Billie Jean King won 6 of her 20 Wimbledon titles in singles. Martina Navratilova is trying to break that record. She's still alive this year in doubles and mixed doubles.
Of course, to clarify, the first 2 of Billie Jean's were before the Open era.
Correct. The first time Billie ever played at Wimbledon back in '61, she won the doubles title with her childhood friend Karen Hance. Karen Sussman, and they're still good buddies. Guess what? Both these two have played her world team tennis. The first time Maria Sharapova ever played a doubles match was a couple of years ago in team tennis, and she had no idea what to do. They had to talk her through it. It says a lot about the state of doubles these days. They don't even practice it as kids anymore. It's unbelievably high.
They're hitting the ball, Greg, but Merritt, we're on the side where Venus Williams is our box, and her movement is so outstanding right now, Venus Williams. The speed is as to how quickly she moved back into position after hitting a few forehands really was impressive. It's nice to watch.
We say it so often. Athletes win Wimbledon. These are 2 of the game's best.
And as fearless as we speak of Sharapova being Venus Williams, Sharapova with, as Mary, you've called it, the best serve right now in women's tennis. And if Venus is getting a second serve, she's standing feet inside the baseline, several feet, as if it were the 50th or 70th ranked player serving to her.
That's a good intimidation factor from Williams.
Net.
That can make you overhit.
First serve.
make you think about what you want to do with the serve. Good positional pressure from Venus. And there, she caught that one a little bit late, and it worked to her advantage.
But that was a little luck there. That was a miss hit.
Yeah.
Maria has a little bit more confidence. She hits the ball a little cleaner, but Venus is the better of the two athletes. She's going to try to get Maria on the move as much as possible. She jumped on that back.
Absolutely.
Again, it's a testament to how well prepared and she's moved her feet extremely well. Watch her just take a couple quick steps, get herself in position to be aggressive, play a good safe shot over the low part of the net, and here she's got her break point chance.
I don't know if you agree with me, both of you, but I couldn't help but think last year there was an element of surprise that Serena Williams couldn't believe on that final day how hard Sharapova was hitting the ball back at her. There's no more surprise. Venus is ready.
She's ready, but it's still impressive. It's not easy to deal with.
That she continues to go to the forehand, and Venus knows she's going to go there.
Watch Venus hit this return. And she improvised so well that she had to slow down her swing. And she's so quick out there that it is a riskier move against her to try to go behind her because she can stop and start extremely fast.
That's an extraordinary differential in a match that feels so close. And is so close.
But what a great point.
You lose sight of how good a point it is.
That was great. Shrieking aside. That was extraordinary tennis.
A 14-stroke rally, and there's one more moment.
As Mary, as you pointed out, each player probably hit 5 winners in that rally against mere mortals.
That's exactly right. Somebody just yelled something, and Venus told him to shut up. That's not like her to react.
Hope it wasn't us. Looking in our direction. There's someone in the crowd.
My guess, it's right above us. It could have been Yuri. And I hate to throw that out there, but considering how noisy these two are, asking for quiet from the fans seems a little out of line. Yuri Sharapov has often been accused of coaching Maria during the match. And for her part, she says, look, no matter what he says, I'm going to do the opposite. Teenagers disobeying their parents. But again, I'm not sure she was directing it at him.
Oh, 15 all.
She was checking her toss in the last service game, too. A lot of moving parts to the Venus Williams serve, and she's just got to keep everything smooth and coordinated. Williams' forehand holds up.
I think Sharapova is pressing a little bit because Venus is covering so much ground out there, moving so well. She's feeling the need to go for a bigger shot or a tougher angle.
A lot of times Sharapova will take that one down the line, but she's obviously trying to break down the Venus forehand side, and her forehand fails her.
Are you enjoying the finesse?
30.
Here's the thing, Venus Williams is enjoying reacting to the power of Sharapova. She's gotten herself in a really nice groove now. She likes defending against pace, and so does Maria.
Right.
And I honestly feel that if Maria wants to break down the Venus Williams forehand, she should throw more looks at her. Right now, it's coming in hard and fast, and Venus is timing the ball well. Mile-an-hour second serve that Sharapova did a good job of attacking. Pretty even so far. Venus' service percentage has dipped from, what, 94 to 70 now.
See, both players are hitting the ball with authority. Venus is doing the better job when she gets a short ball very quickly and keeping Sharapova off balance. She makes no mistake right here. She's got another chance to go up 5-2.
Venus cashes in one game now from the first set. 3 of the 4 remaining women in Wimbledon singles draw have won the championship here. Lindsay Davenport. Then 4 straight years Venus played for the title, the last 2 losing to her sister, and then last year Maria Sharapova ending the Williams family run. You watch this set. Quality of the tennis. And it highlights how difficult it is for the sisters, the Williams sisters, to play each other. We've never seen anything remotely like this in their matches.
No.
Which is just another example of why it's so tough to play for someone in your own family. They can do it against other players, but look against each other.
That's incredible.
John, look at that. Look at how much Venus Williams is dictating this first set.
When was the last time Sharapova played a set with 1 winner?
Again, I mean, I've watched Venus a lot, but the way she's moving today is really it's taken Sharapova back. I think I'm impressed. I know that from here.
30 love. 30-15.
Sharapova likes to do her stroll back here to regroup before almost every point. And pace deliberate. And the anticipation building. You see how you feel Venus is going to have to serve this out. 5-3.
Boldly done.
Miss Williams leads 5-3 first set.
See the slight regrip there from Sharapova. She goes from the baseline grip to the volley grip, which is still not standard issue from back when I was taught how to play. It was well done. Now we'll see how well the Venus Williams serve holds up. On the forehand.
Well, I just think that shot there, she was debating as she hit it whether she should come in or not. She got a tentative. But a good opportunity for her to be aggressive the first point of this game. Hardest serve she's hit today. 119 there. New balls that last game, so they're going to have a little pop to him here still. She's using that lefty shot a lot. You know when Sharapova's in trouble.
30-15.
I don't think I've seen that this tournament. 3 times in this first set already.
It just says how much and how well Williams is hitting her shots with great pace and length.
About how well these two can get down for shots. And that backhand right there, her knee almost hit the ground, Venus. She's got a couple set points now.
You're starting to see a little discouragement on Sharapova's face. Just what she did to Serena here last year.
She won't give up.
That's for sure.
Net.
My sense of that last facial expression of Maria's is she's a little angry that she went to the backhand side of Venus. It's a cat fight. It's almost too. It's a dog fight, I guess. But it's
It's loud.
These
is
are
what you're saying.
they're not. It's not even grunting anymore. It's roaring.
Well, she makes the winner there.
Remember that demure first game we saw from these two? This is the real them.
Well, Venus did everything right and still lost that point. But she hit a good, solid volley, Venus, and she attacked Sharapova. That's just too good. She stepped it up here.
Yes, she has. Pat back there.
I really kind of thought the quality of tennis was already hot. But from 2 set points down, Sharapova's taken it into what gear is that?
Second serve. Sharapova took advantage, and she breaks to stay in the first set. We're with you live in the Eastern Time Zone, ladies semifinal of Wimbledon. Although the word ladies, when you listen to this, I'm not sure.
Net, first serve.
The ferocity of the ball striking and the ear-splitting shrieks. It is, though, magnificent tennis. And the first crack by Venus Williams, Sharapova breaking to stay in the set.
Ball just a little bit long.
15 all.
Confirmed by Hawkeye.
Sharapova has to respect the feet of Venus Williams.
30-15.
She's hitting all corners of the court, and Venus is still getting them back.
She's taking her level of play up a notch here, just when she needed it, when she's down a couple set points. Now it's Venus's turn to respond.
Venus creeps in. That's out. Again, 3-4 feet inside the baseline to hit the second serve.
Well, Sharapova has served 33 serves, and 23 of them have been aimed into the Venus Williams forehand. Still being challenged on just about every service point.
40-30.
That ball looked like it had dropped in. Maria was there. She's telling herself, maybe I should have just taken a swing at this.
Hawkeye says good. Still a game point.
Jerked up on that forehand, cost her that shot. I'm not sure they can hit the ball any harder. It seems like they're hitting as hard as they possibly can. These balls here at Wimbledon are considered to be heavier than the ones they use in the States. They really are going after it.
Advantage with Sharapova.
It's in an effort to slow down the rate of play on grass.
Big serve down the middle, 5-all. And every means a truly heavyweight ladies semifinal. Recap of this and the other ladies semi coming up tonight. John and Mary join you for the Wimbledon late night update at 11:35 p.m. That's Eastern and Pacific time, just before the Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
Ted, I should mention real quick, I see Donald Young has advanced to the semis of the juniors, which is good to see. Someone who I first played with at 10 years of age and is now the #1 junior in the world.
Absolutely, America's
At
top.
only 15, about to be 16. Well as these two are playing in this first set, nice to see it end up at a tiebreak.
The sun is out for the first time today, so all of a sudden you really notice the shadows. That's
Dropped.
How did that go in?
It acted like a knuckleball.
30-15.
These are tricky shadows for the players.
Running virtually right down the middle. A court that's fairly well worn around the baselines.
That is a beautiful play. That's a gutsy pressure point. And Venus, again, we suggested at the beginning of this match, that this is something she owns, something she possesses, an aggressive net game. To use it on such a big point is impressive indeed.
So a hold for Venus, and a terrific first set will conclude after this.
I don't know if it's really called the Royal Tarp, but that's what it does.
Monica Seles was also here today in the Royal Box.
15 love.
Certainly a presence missed. Over 2 years now since she last played.
Doesn't this say, again, we've been discussing how much Venus enjoys pace. Venus is
15 all.
Maria's having a harder time winning points on her first serve because Venus is eating up the pace. That's why I wonder if Sharapova would be willing to make that adjustment because she's such a power merchant too. When she takes something off, or she just want to keep going like that, which is another fine option.
13-15.
She won her Wimbledon last year.
Tank the first serve.
And to me, the number that's still astounding,
15.
Sharapova's had 6 winners. It's the 12th game. 6 winners.
Again, it speaks to the great athleticism and defensive prowess of Venus, that she's getting back so many shots that would be winners against anyone else. Look at that. That should have been an ace. She's still got a piece of that.
And a good service game, and Sharapova has withstood that defense. Really,
6 games
a
off the
terrific set from
tiebreak.
Venus, and it's going to a tiebreak.
A terrific set for Maria, too. She was down 5-2.
5-3-45, and they are in now to a first set tiebreak. Surprisingly mediocre from Sharapova. Career tiebreak record so far. I suspect that will change as well as her career progresses.
Another lefty shot. Venus wisely charging the net, knowing she'll get something she can attack.
If she got something on that one-handed lefty shot, then we're really going to see something today.
And another key there, Venus went for it. That was a second serve at 102. By far her fastest today. Venus playing an aggressive first point, and now it's the first mini break. And Sharapova loses both points on her serve.
It's a classic case of going for too much. I mean, she's yelling at herself. The first one she caught a little late. This one she's trying to go for the lines and misses it just wide.
Again, I gotta think she's respecting the footwork of Venus so much at this stage. And they've been highly respectable feet.
What a contrast. On that point, Venus' second serve spun in at 81. And Sharapova wins the point.
Maria telling herself to be more aggressive. That's good.
She will nightmares on that.
Just 85 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's exactly. Sharapova just looked at the.
She was listening to you, Bear.
Said the same thing. He looked at the guns. Saw the reading. 85 miles.
85 miles an hour.
That is just awesome. A incredible defense by Venus.
And that would have really given her a significant lead, so that's why the crowd responding there.
4-2, Miss
Look at the
Williams.
shot it took to win that point, finally. They change ends, but still Venus 1 point to the better. One serve left for Sharapova at 2-4.
Miss Williams.
And now Venus gets the set on her serve.
Faked her out a bit. Venus took a step as if she was going to come to net
6-2, Miss
and
Williams.
decided not to. Sharapova maybe thought she was and jerked that ball wide. Now she's got 4 more set points.
What a fitting way to end it. And does Venus Williams deserve that set? Beautifully done. First point, second set. Maria Sharapova has proven her worth in these situations. Last year, on her way to winning Wimbledon, she lost the first set in both the quarters and the semis.
Oh, this is far from over.
I think that was a bigger set for Venus. Because having been up 5-3, 45, if she had lost that in a breaker, that would have been mighty disappointing. Plus the results haven't been there for her recently, so that's going to give her some more confidence.
Love 30.
Did not move well to that ball. It was short to her backhand side. I think a vulnerability that Venus took advantage of. She was forced to hit it with one hand, and she's in big trouble there. I only hope Venus makes an easy mistake, which she didn't. Venus jumps out here. Chance to break.
Sharapova is broken at love to begin the second set. And now she's where she was in the semis last year, when she was down a set and a break to Davenport. As we see our Diet Pepsi match summary.
Those are unbelievable numbers from Venus Williams. More winners than errors. Again, the second serve, which is usually the dodgiest part of her game, is holding up very well, and she's got 2 breaks against just 1 from Sharapova. It's you know, it's stunning. We were at Roland Garros a month ago, watching Venus Williams play what I thought was one of the worst matches of her career, losing to a 15-year-old for third ace. Cecil Karantancheva, and she looked so at sea. I cannot believe that a few weeks later she's playing this brand of tennis. Just a few weeks later. Granted, this surface could restore her confidence. She has not yet won the French Open, Venus. Got to the final a few years back, losing to her sister. She's won this twice.
And it's hard to believe saying this about a player as successful as Venus Williams, but she has not won a match of this magnitude since Wimbledon 2 years ago, when she beat Lindsay Davenport, who was then number 5 in the world in the quarters, and Clijsters, who was number 2 in the world in the semis. 2 years.
You can see how intense she is, though, right now. She was smacking the ball against the backstop before this game started. She's got this look of intensity that she wants to break that streak that you're just mentioned there, Ted. I think she can win more majors. It's a serve you don't see much, but it can sure be effective right at your opponent. 40-30. No chance for Sharapova to get out of the way.
That was 117 into the body.
Don't think that Sharapova is going to go away without a fight. Skidded off the grass court surface. It's just too tough a shot to handle.
if Sharapova could have that swing back in the tiebreak, she had the same serve, the same shot, hit it in the net.
This, believe it or not, was the same. It was an 85-mile-an-hour serve. She snacked on this one.
Well, there's the difference to me between a first and second serve. You set yourself up better. It's tougher, in my view, for your opponent to hit as good a return. I don't care how much you like pace.
Try it tomorrow in your doubles. Tank the first serve and just see what happens.
Williams.
You mean at my serve?
Yeah.
Miss it on purpose? I can do that without even trying. I miss a lot anyway.
Deuce.
Fourth deuce.
Now Venus knows she's got to move in the line on playing against Venus, and to a slightly lesser extent her sister, is aim to their forehands and aim down the middle of the court. Make them get out of their own way before they hit.
Advantage, Miss Williams.
Both players are fighting themselves right here, because Venus realizes she's got this incredible chance to take charge. And Sharapova anxious, looking to get right back into it. Notice darker clouds coming overhead. That's got to be in the players' minds.
And Sharapova, frustrated, had a chance. It's 2-love Venus.
Miss Williams leads 2-love, second set.
We're live with you in the Eastern time zone. Coverage of the ladies semifinals on NBC. 4.5 hours delayed today because of light rain.
This is the position that Sharapova was in last year in the semis, down a set and 2-love.
Love.
One break in the first set. She got it back. And a break early in this set.
Love.
One thing Sharapova is continuing to do today, she's winning an amazing number of second serve points. The most of any of the semifinalists. She's winning 2/3 of them today.
Game to Sharapova.
And a hold, a set, and a break for Venus Williams.
15
Center Court, Wimbledon. We're live in the Eastern Time Zone. Ladies semifinal. The defending champion, Maria Sharapova. Lost the first set to Venus Williams. 7-2 was the tiebreak. And Williams up a break. 2-1, 15 love.
30 love.
Coming into this match, Venus had the fewest aces of the 4 semifinalists. Sharapova had the most. It's 4-0 Venus today.
That's what she wants right now. A nice easy game. She's got the new balls. Can hold quickly here. She can put some real pressure on Sharapova.
Game.
That was one of the quickest games. It was the quickest game of this match, that's for sure. And her hardest serve, too. 121. She broke the 120 barrier.
Our Cadillac tournament summary. 3 previous ladies champions are still alive. 2 of them playing here. Roger Federer will play another former Wimbledon champ tomorrow to try to keep that amazing streak going.
Maria Sharapova trying to keep her own grass court streak of 22 straight matches going. She is facing the steepest opposition you can imagine. Grass court. For the last 2 years, she has been the best player on this court, on the surface. Both Maria and Venus really like pace, but no one likes this kind of pressure. Not that kind.
15.
She has got to expect that no matter how good a shot she hits, it's going to come back big and deep and hard. Which is exactly what she does to her opponents. She just, it's unusual to see her sort of lose her on-court swagger. Maria, she's looking up to her dad a lot. She's missed the ball there. I'll tell you what, if anyone wants a rain delay right around now, it's the server.
Well, I think we just saw some thunder and some lightning.
Ugly.
I have a feeling it's not going to be too long.
We don't have Al Roker here, but it doesn't look very good.
Well, it was a rain delay in last year's semi that helped Sharapova. Down a set and a break
30-15.
to Lindsay Davenport.
We are live in the Eastern Time Zone. After 4.5 hours of waiting for rain today, these 2, both Wimbledon champions, Sharapova, the defending champion, after just a fabulous first set won by Williams in a tiebreak. Now in the second set where Venus has an early break. I think we've seen Sharapova make that
30.
trip in 1 year from being the underdog, the player of whom very little was expected, to now the player burdened by expectation. And it's a tough trip to make.
It is, because you can see her feeling it right now.
Things get very dark overhead. Her mood can't go with that sky. As you have often said, John, it fights as well as any player you've seen.
She's not going to give away any points. I mean, even there, I mean, she just was trying something different to throw Venus off just that little bit, what she did, because Venus should have made that shot. She let the ball get behind her a little bit.
Venus is doing to Maria Sharapova what Maria did to Venus's kid sister here a year ago. Talk about payback. Venus already knocked out in this tournament Jill Kravis, the woman who had taken out Serena. It's a close family.
Oh, what a return. And no matter how hard a fighter Sharapova is, I think this next point she has to treat like match point.
Because he'd be down 2 breaks. I mean, that was a prayer, but it was answered for Venus. She couldn't have dreamed of hitting a better return.
It doesn't go, and Venus Williams has a second break and is 2 games from the finals. It's very dark on center court, yet it hasn't looked this bright for Venus Williams in 2 years. Sharapova has fight left. She has to use it here.
Love 15.
Well, again, Venus made a couple remarkable gets and made her hit that extra shot. This is why she's taking her time here. It's smart. Get a little air so she can hit a big first serve. Sharapova's got that look of disbelief. Can't believe I'm in this much trouble.
It is exactly the look that we saw her put on Serena's face last year.
She beat the defending champion.
That's another attempt at the lefty forehand.
But how many players have been able to put Sharapova in this situation where she needs to resort to that?
To be honest, I can't remember anyone doing it.
I've seen her do this before, but not more than once a match.
It's 5, 0 for 5.
Just tried to put a smile on her face after missing that shot. Her dad says that when she smiles, she plays better. It's like she's trying to will herself to do just that.
She hasn't smiled a lot today.
Neither is Maria.
Extremely intense. Boy, that was just ferocious hitting, but also a little desperation in those Sharapova hits.
Well, this shot here, a lot of people in the crowd thought it was going to go long. The strings that the players use, they take those harder swings and it dips at the last second into the court. Just giving Sharapova a little hope here to get one of these breaks back. Richard has talked about his desire to get Venus to come to net. Mary has talked about it earlier about how it will benefit her, and that was a good time to take that chance. You know, when you force Sharapova to come up with a tough shot, she couldn't do it.
I'm almost certain she'd listen to him more than me.
You're probably right, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to inform you. She's not known for a touch around the
After
court.
an hour and a half of heavyweight slugging,
Miss Williams.
the first attempt at a little finesse.
A weird time to try it.
Her touch is cold. This hasn't been about touch, it's been about pure power. And just bold play and guts on both sides. Took a bad bounce. Barely came up for Venus to swing at. A little bit of luck there from Sharapova.
Deuce.
That's going to happen on these grass court surfaces. When people talk about the bounce being true, or it's true. It's still going to take an odd hop or two. Another bad hop off the line. Misplayed by Venus. Sharapova again with a chance to break
Miss
here.
Sharapova.
That's why I know it's the old days, but we were taught to volley, take the ball in the air if possible to avoid these bad bounces.
Sharapova apologizing. Ball came off her racket in the direction of one of the ball persons. Incredible gets by Venus.
I've just never seen I've never seen a match where the ball is struck this big, shot for shot, every single
Advantage,
point.
Miss Williams.
And this is taking big babe tennis to a totally different level. This is just supersizing.
She hit a couple lines that point just to hang in this game.
Deuce.
We thought this match would be willful and powerful. And it's also been incredibly skillful considering how much they're throwing at each other.
Advantage, Miss Williams. Game, Miss Williams.
So much has been impressive for Venus Williams, but in that game, I think, poise. As dark as it is, with rain threatened, and she did not hurry,
Miss Williams leads 5 games to 1, second set.
And her variety of shot. Her quickness we've talked about, but her willingness to move into net and her comfort level better at net than Maria.
Here's our big number statistic from Arca X.
A lot to choose from here.
And incredible. Sharapova is still only 10 winners. This is the 20th game.
Good time for number 11.
15 love.
It's starting to rain out there.
Yes,
You
it
can
is.
see it. I wonder how long they can go.
Well, normally not very.
I don't think much longer. Maybe this point. Venus wants to keep playing because she's up 7-6, 5-1. No one wants to see anyone get
30
hurt.
love.
But she's not going to be able to continue this much longer. And Alan Mills got to, he's got to make this call. It's a tough one, but time is running out. He can't hold off much longer.
And Maria's made no effort to call it. You know, you'd think in her position she might want to say, I can't play in this stuff.
You see how the ball is skimming off the surface now.
30-15.
It shows you how impressive Venus's performance has been. That Sharapova, it's almost as if she doesn't feel like she's going to come back, so she's continuing to play. And that shows you how impressive Venus's display has been. It's a light rain, but it's there.
That's normally all it takes.
30 all.
On the grass, which becomes so slick. Just the slightest rain. The first double by Sharapova. It's 30 all. Could it be that this young champion we've been so impressed by her mind and her poise that Venus has beaten her mind?
30-40.
She's beaten pretty much everything about it. I mean, something that we've been waiting for Venus for a while, but she's produced today. She missed the gimme. Not over yet.
And there's the smile. Because this is the last question left for Venus. After a long wait to get back to this level, can she close? It looks like the little light sprinkle is passed. Has nothing to lose, obviously. I mean, just
not holding back.
Multiple shots, hitting lines.
Miss Sharapova.
Sharapova has yet to serve an ace. That's her second double. They've both been in this game.
It was an acrobatic effort. Looked like a gymnast out there.
Advantage, Miss Sharapova. Nets for serve.
Venus Williams says, "Remember me?" She is back in the ladies' final at Wimbledon for the 5th time in 6 years.
Oh, that's beautiful. Haven't seen that in a long while. Answering the musical question, how do you solve a problem like Maria?
It's a beautiful smile, and it has been a long time. And the face that has defined tennis in the last year, the face you can't miss, has been sent home. Her championship reign over. And Venus Williams on Saturday will try to lift the championship dish for the 3rd time. Opponent still to be determined. And the transformation complete for Sharapova. The young darling champion now dethroned.
It's just nice again to see Venus so happy to be out in the tennis court, and she really played up to the total potential. Fabulous effort by her today.
She did every single thing she needed to do well.
The movement was, I think, to me, I mean, I've watched her play a lot. That's the best I've ever seen her cover a court.
So many contrasts after watching her sister, who was in the totally opposite physical shape. We see a fit, strong Venus Williams playing just spectacularly today.
Well, Venus became famous about 5 years ago for being the highest paid female athlete. That was overcome by her sister Serena, and then Maria Sharapova this year became the highest paid female athlete. And Venus Williams just really, what a sea change in the lives of her and her sister, who's got to be inspired by this effort. See that hard work can get you back to where you belong.
The reaction there reminds me of the match that really made her 5 years ago on this court when she finally beat Martina Hingis in the quarterfinals.